For years, the media sold a flawless fairy tale. Hollywood's darling turned royal duchess, the woman who went from holding a deal or no deal briefcase to holding Prince Harry's hand at Buckingham Palace. PR teams polished the rags to royalty story so perfectly that people forgot she was once just Rachel from Los Angeles. But what if that perfect narrative hides a gaping flaw, one big enough to shatter the crown's carefully managed image? Rumors swirl that her past holds a scandal so explosive it would dwarf Windsor family drama. Whispers call Meghan one of the most relentless social climbers around, insisting anyone who thinks she'd abandon fame is delusional. And, according to persistent gossip, Meghan Markle may not only be a duchess or a mother, she might already be a grandmother. Yes, a grandmother at 44. Shocking, right? And the story only gets deeper with whispers of hidden marriages, sealed court files, and a missing year in her timeline no one can explain. A narcissist who craves attention while playing the victim, acting like her castle is too small and the queen is herself. But this goes back long before Harry, the royal spotlight, or tabloids tracking every messy bun. Back when Meghan was just Rachel from Los Angeles. One man saw the real her beyond the fairy tale, Trevor Englesen. He's kept dignified silence despite being treated poorly, even receiving their engagement ring back in the mail. Insiders say Trevor, her first husband and Hollywood producer, has long known that Meghan's past wasn't merely edited, it was rewritten, and he understood the chapter she's tried hardest to erase. We know from Tom Bower that Meghan Markle returned her engagement ring to Trevor Englesen by post, but the story gets more revealing when you consider her ambitions, especially targeting someone like Prince Harry. The whispers don't start in Beverly Hills or royal palaces. They begin in Las Vegas at a small off-strip chapel with cheap Elvis impersonators. At just 18, Meghan was an unknown, nervous teenage bride, marrying Joe Giuliano with only 2 family witnesses. No red carpets, no glossy magazine spreads, just a quick, secret wedding that insiders say she officially signed. And if you were aiming for royalty later, that's exactly the kind of past you might try to erase. To top it off, that marriage didn't end with a typical divorce. It was annulled, legally wiping the whole thing from the record as if it never happened. In Nevada, annulments can vanish faster than a slot machine jackpot. File the papers, pay a lawyer, and it's as if the marriage never happened. On paper, Meghan had a clean slate, but secrets are sealed for a reason. People who knew her growing up, including her half-brother Thomas Markle Jr. and half-sister Samantha, saw a different side of her while the Duchess perfected her practiced smile for the public. And this is where her official timeline suddenly goes dark. The story claims she took a gap year before college, traveling and living a boho life, but there's no proof, no photos, documents, or programs. According to the Giuliano family, she wasn't exploring Europe. She was quietly in Chicago, under their roof. And during that missing year, whispers suggest it wasn't just about hiding a marriage. The secrets run much deeper. And those close to the Giulianos say the truth could unravel everything, if it ever came out.
Allegedly, Meghan had a baby girl, quietly, off the record, not with showers or announcements, and the Giuliano family supposedly agreed to raise the child as their own. Insiders say the baby was hers before she was ours, and she bears similarities to both Meghan and Joe. Then Meghan vanished for a year, only to reappear at Northwestern University as the picture-perfect student, never speaking of her past. No calls, no visits, no secret check-ins, effectively erasing her teenage life and hitting a complete reset. Her rise seems calculated, married for security, then plotting her way toward royalty. She denied interest in the royal family, but insiders claim she had a vision board with Prince Harry long before they met. While she executed her plan flawlessly, The inconsistencies in her story continued to surface, hinting at cracks beneath the polished public image. For years, Meghan's official birth year has been listed as 1981, neat and tidy, but old alumni records and event programs suggest otherwise, hinting at 1977 or even 1975. If true, she wasn't the fresh-faced teenager she claimed to be, which makes the Las Vegas wedding at 18 and the rumored 1995 baby fall perfectly into place. At that stage, Meghan allegedly told Joe Giuliano that if he spoke out, she'd sue him. And document editing isn't new in her world. Archie's birth certificate, originally listing her full name, Rachel Meghan Markle, was later changed to simply Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, a move insiders say is unprecedented for a royal mother. If a birth certificate can be altered so publicly, imagine how easily teenage records from decades ago could have been adjusted.
Fast forward. If Meghan really had a child in 1995, that daughter would be approaching 30 now, and rumors suggest she already has a child herself. That means Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, global celebrity and lifestyle influencer, could already be a grandmother at 44. A headline that would send the palace PR team into a frenzy. Secrets, however, rarely stay buried. Neighbors in Chicago reportedly recall seeing a young girl quietly at Giuliano family gatherings. Never introduced, always kept in the shadows. If she exists and now has a child of her own, Meghan's carefully curated public timeline isn't just cracked, it's shattered. And this highlights the lengths Meghan has gone to control every detail of her image for years. From the way she tilts her head in interviews to seemingly candid paparazzi shots in Montecito, every detail of Meghan's image is meticulously managed. But if this hidden bloodline emerges, it's a part of her story she can't control. How do you market yourself as the modern mom while a teenage secret potentially shadows your lifestyle brand? Trevor Englesen, who knew Meghan before the crown, allegedly confirmed much of it, turning whispers into a roar. Because secrets never truly disappear. They hide in missing photos, sealed files, and offhand remarks from relatives. Meghan has always been ambitious. Remember the vision board with Prince Harry? She achieved her goal, securing the title and lifestyle she wanted. But now, she faces a scenario critics call a nightmare. What if her alleged daughter discovers the truth and confronts her saying, "I know who you really are"? That's not just scandal. It's an earthquake no palace PR machine could contain. Not Harry's memoirs, not Oprah's interview, not even Netflix's $100 million deal could cover it. Meghan Markle, Duchess, actress, influencer, may already be a grandmother, not someday, but right now. The real question is when this secret will surface, because history shows that buried truths always find a way out at the worst possible moment. When it happens, royal drama won't just spill, it will explode. So, will Meghan's past finally catch up with her, or will this chapter remain hidden? Either way, the truth has a way of clawing back into the light, and the next revelation is bound to be just as captivating. Have you seen that clip? No? Play it. It's one of my favorites. The detail came from Meghan's ex-husband, Trevor Englesen, via an intermediary. Trevor, now a successful TV producer and presenter with a happy family, hasn't spoken publicly about her. Some still question Meghan's past since her Northwestern University days, and it's striking how often she's bent the truth, so much that she might even believe her own stories. Her first boyfriend was Josh Silverstein at 13, and later she dated Joe Giuliano, reportedly marrying young after a child when she was nearly 20. Trevor has clearly moved on, raising 3 children with his new wife and avoiding old drama. Reports say Noelle was born around 1999, which matches the timeline.
And though Trevor may have been hurt back then, he kept his dignity and likely dodged a bigger mess. So, here's the scoop on Meghan Markle.